Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new here or whatever. But today I'm gonna tell you about my last 4 years experience in my kind of short little modeling career as a little kid or teen or whatever you say. So that sadly all disappeared. But yeah, what can you do about it? But I'm just gonna hop right into it and tell you everything from the start. So as a little kid, I was very talkative. I loved being on stage. I also played the piano, so I had some concerts and I was like wearing huge dresses and like playing some little Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I loved being on stage, and I loved talking as well. I don't know, I always had this passion of like just dressing up and like doing different shows at home, like showing off all my new clothes for my parents or my brother or something. I just really loved being like, I don't know, just showing off a little bit, okay? So, and also later from that beginning, it led to me having an Instagram account, which I in the end had over 54,000 followers. I got many brand deals and I was like walking in Milan Fashion Week, and it was a journey to get there. And sadly, it's like all gone now, but I'm gonna just tell you the story of like everything now. So it all started when I was 10 years old. We were in Italy. I remember this so vividly, and I was like telling my mom, I really want Instagram. I really want like show off, like do some random photos and reels. I didn't even know what I was thinking. And as a 10-year-old, my mom obviously said like, no, you're not getting Instagram, you're 10 years old, like you're a little kid, you're not getting social media just yet. I was like, what? I really want it, but I didn't really understand everything just yet. I was a kid. So I just asked a lot, and she was like, okay, finally you can get Instagram, like why are you asking so much? But she was like thinking maybe she'll post some random pictures and then she'll just, I don't know, give up on everything. Just get maybe 300 or 400 followers maximum and just give everything up and just forget about it forever. But that was not the case. So we started there in Italy. We were in front of some huge building or something, and we were just taking pictures like everywhere. And I don't know, it felt really natural for me and for my mom also. Like we just took pictures everywhere on the streets, like in front of some tourist places, and then came home from the trip, and I still haven't created the Instagram account, so we're just taking photos. And I remember we were standing in front of like our apple tree or like at home near my wall or something in my room. I just put on some random cute dress I had and just took photos everywhere, some random photo shoots with my phone. I had like an iPhone 8 or something. So it wasn't really anything special. And then I just created the account. I didn't really know what I was doing. I did it with my mom. So I'm very happy I did that, because otherwise it would be a little bit crazy. But so I created the account and just uploaded the pictures. I had maybe 2 followers. It was my mom and my grandma, and 2 likes, because yeah, nothing happened. But I was like, oh my god, I got 2 followers. I was like so crazy about it, even though it's my mom and grandma. I was like, you know what, I really think this could grow. And I saw different creators. There were some creators I just loved, and their styles and the photos, and I tried to recreate everything they did. I was like really inspired by them. So I just did more and more photos, and I just didn't stop, I guess. So just put on random shirts and random dresses and like tried to do some styling somehow, which quite questionable now, but I just did something and uploaded photos everywhere, and I actually started to grow a little bit. So I got to maybe like 40 followers, like this literally nothing. And I didn't have any friends following because I was 10 and they didn't have social media. So it was just like maybe my mom's friends or something. But then all of a sudden, I remember we went to Thailand maybe 4 months later. I was like at maybe 90 followers or something, literally nothing. And we went to Thailand, and I did a little photo shoot in my favorite flower skirt. I think it was at some, what was it? I don't know, some, just outside by some tree or something. And I really, really love the pictures. And those pictures went a little bit viral, or whatever you say, because not viral, they a little bit more than 20 likes. So they actually got 400 likes and I was going crazy. I don't know, I just couldn't believe it that I got 400 likes on a post. So and then I started just gaining some followers. I got to like 300 followers and I was like, what, this is crazy. And I just continued making photos everywhere for like a year and nothing happened. I got to like maybe 900 or 1,000 followers and I just posted a lot of pictures for a year. But then as I started to grow up, my goal was always, I want to get brand deals. I want to like collaborate with different brands. And that was kind of my goal for the whole Instagram account. So I was like, how do you do that? How do you get brand deals? I can't just magically, I actually have to do some work to get the brand deals. So me and my mom talked and like, how do we do this? So we like searched around a little bit, got to Googling and I don't know. But then we actually reached out to some brands and like messaging them and emailing them, and I was like, hey, can we do some collabs or something? And they were like, yeah, sure. Like some kids brands. I was 11 at that time, and we were like, what? We just got our first brand collab. So they sent me like, I don't know, 5 pieces of clothing, and I was so happy. I remember like getting the package, and I was so incredibly happy that I got like the packages and just started making photos for them. Kan du hålla tyst? Sorry, it's my brother right there. Maybe I'll cut that out, I don't know. But I remember getting my first package with my first clothes and I was so happy. It was crazy. Hold on. Can you fuck this? Shut the fuck up.
Pay 2 euros.
Kan du fucking shut the fuck up? Annars går du ner. Shut the fuck up! Gå ner eller stanna här och var tyst. Jag försöker filma. Where was I? Right, brand deals. I got my first brand deal. Anyway, so I got the packages and I was like, I really need to do something extra, not just do some random photos in my backyard, you know? I really wanted to do something more. So my mom, like we had some kind of camera which was really bad, and we started taking some photos with that. So we like tried to do something extra, and it got a little bit like retro style, but it was quite nice to be honest. But we did some photos with the camera, and then we started making reels. That's really what spiked everything, because I was just doing photos and the reels I was doing was absolutely horrible. So I started making some reels, and that was mostly transition reels, because I had a favorite creator, which the name was Marta Sierra. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but shout out. I loved her so much, so much, and her reels, and she did a lot of transition reels. She still does. And just the style with all the colors, and I just really loved it. So it was like, oh my god, I want to do this too. So I started making a lot of transition reels, like, I don't know, just jumping, and then like my outfits changed, or like jumping, I don't know, did some kind of transition in front of the camera, and then I was like at a different location or something like that. Really wasn't anything special, but the transition turned out really good, and I was like doing transitions in between the clothes I got sent from the brand deal and stuff. So I don't know, and suddenly I started getting a lot more views on those videos, and I was like, what is happening? This is so nice. I don't know, I got so happy again, and I was like, oh my god, it's really going well. I should do more of these videos. And I really enjoyed making them, and my mom as well. She was like, yeah, this is a good idea to do on your account, you know? So I just did a lot of transition reels, I guess, and after that, we started to reach out to more brands, we got more collabs, and then now I'm skipping maybe, I don't know, 9 months, a year later. I also had, hold on. I also had a big dream of going on a runway show ever since I was little. I remember always doing runway shows, and whenever I got like some new clothes or like a new shirt or something, I did a runway show in like my living room to my parents, my brother. So I was like, oh my god, I really want to be on a runway show, like real runway show. So we reached out to some like brands that made runway shows, and especially in Milan. And now things really started to spike, because now maybe at the time I had maybe 1,500 followers, maybe 1,700 followers or something. So it really wasn't a lot. It wasn't little, really not, but it wasn't a lot either. So I reached out to the brands and we actually like collabed with them. So now it started to get more serious. So we actually went to Milan. We got all the brand deals that we already had, took all the outfits, like other clothes I just had at home, and we're sitting in the flight, I remember, to Milan for this runway show, and we were planning how we'd make all these transition reels and how we would make all photo shoots and everything. And then we came to Milan and I just fell in love with the place. It's literally one of my favorite cities, like still. I love Milan so much. It's crazy, and I've been there like 5-6 times, like a lot of times. But we made like a lot of photo shoots and reels and stuff like in Duomo or like in the shopping center there, and it was great. But then I actually got to do the first runway show. It was like a runway show for like 3 brands in one day at the same like location. So it's like, yeah, I was wearing like maybe 4 different things. It was so cool. And I look back at the photos now when I was so little, and like the recent fashion show I did. But anyway, so I went to my first runway show. It was incredible. It was quite stressful before the show because it was like the whole styling, doing makeup and like fixing the clothes so they fit you perfectly and stuff like that. It was kind of stressful. It was like 6 hours of just running around trying to find your stylists and stuff like that. But yeah, the runway show, so I posted some videos about that, and people were like, oh wow, who's this little kid doing the runway shows? And like some people thought it was really nice and really liked it. So I just, oh my god, I really loved it. But the thing is, I can't be a runway model. It's impossible because I'm super short, literally 162 centimeters. So yeah, that's not gonna be a future for me. But I really loved it, and I love the runway show, and we did a lot of transition videos there in Milan. I remember I had 2 big dresses I brought. I had one huge blue like sparkly dress, which I did a lot of like videos in and photos, and those really went viral. But then I had a red dress as well. I don't know where I got it from, but this red dress, and we're like again doing some random transition videos and transition reels and more photos, and those videos went viral. Like, I mean, especially for me, like I'm not some big creator, okay, but for me they went really viral. Like they were getting 800,000 views, they were getting 1 million views. One of them even got 1.8 million views in the end, and they got like so many likes, and it was just crazy. And my account just blew up. Like I was getting 30,000 followers and then 40,000 followers like in such short time. It was like 3 weeks and I went up like 30-40,000 followers. It was crazy. And then I just continued making content, and we had a lot of like drafts from the trip. So we're like making the Milan content for like a month and like posting every single day, and my account just went up. But the thing is, then suddenly I was like, it was kind of stopped at like 40,000 followers, I remember. And yeah, we're getting more brand deals. We're just continuing at home, like continuing the whole thing, messaging new brands, getting the clothes, taking photos, doing some reels just at home. But then I remember there was, I can't tell very specifically, but there was an account that reposted. I had like 10 million followers or something, that like reposted and like painted a picture of me or something. Yeah, we were like talking with them and they painted a picture of me and then like posted, and it got like 300,000 likes. It was crazy. But kind of when we jump, I got 60,000, no, even more, like 70,000 more followers. So I was like at 110,000 followers. It was crazy. And I was like, what the hell? Where did all these people come from? But then suddenly my account got shadow banned. Like, long story short, I got up to 100,000 followers, over 100,000 followers. I got shadow banned and I didn't understand why. That artist account got banned. Hold up. But then I was up to like 110,000 followers or something, but I got shadow banned and everything just went down. My followers went up, but all the views went down, and I was like, what is happening? If I got more followers, I should get more views, right? But that's not the case. The thing is, be careful, because this is when I learned that following can be super fake. Because apparently this artist that had painted me, this was a completely fake account. All those 10 million followers were fake. And I don't know who was behind the account, but he or she bought like 70,000 followers for my account. So just saying, this is really when I learned that if you see some people have like 100,000 followers and like 200 likes on their posts, probably fake followers. Either they bought it for themselves, or someone else bought the followers for them. So I really got to thinking like, oh my god, this is such a fake place, the whole Instagram. Which, yeah, I know this is a really confusing story and everything, but yeah, it's true. So I got to like 110,000 followers, got shadow banned, obviously, because I had like 70,000 bots in my account. So yeah, but shortly after that, I literally deleted everything, because Instagram came with this whole like setting which it could count every single bot on your account, because Instagram has their own bots that just popping in like 300 bots in that account and like 200 there, but they will sending me like warnings, you have 70,000 bots on your account, what is happening, Instagram? And I was like, huh? What do you mean 70,000 bots? And they were like, yeah, you have 70,000 bots. So there's a button, you can remove all of them. And I was like, I don't want to do it, but obviously I want to, because I don't want to have fake followers and I don't want to be shadow banned by Instagram. So I was literally, yeah, I pressed the button and removed all of them. And I was back to like, I don't know, 45,000 followers or something. So I remember being like pretty sad, but also such a relief, because I don't want fake followers, you know? I want my account to be real. I don't want fake followers on my account, obviously. I know many people does just because, oh my god, I'm famous, I have a lot of followers. But obviously you want that too, but I mean, I don't want fake, you know? It was really annoying, but I removed all the fake followers and fake bots. And my account got shadow banned. How do you say it? Yeah, the shadow banning got away? Yeah, you get what I mean. So I wasn't shadow banned anymore, finally, and I just continued making content for like, yeah, I just continued making content, and slowly my following got up, and like just slowly, like normal pace, you know, making content, posting maybe every second day or every third day. I think this whole thing happened when I was 12, almost 13 somewhere. This whole up with followers and then deleting everything. I was like 12, 13 when that happened. So, I don't know. Wait. Where's my other earring? Hold up, I just realized I just have one earring. You know what? I have a little idea because I just have the hair behind my ear at this. So I'm just gonna change where the earring is. Hold up. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay, that's better. I was like, where's my earring? But yeah, so then the last maybe 1.5 years of the whole thing, I got more brand deals, continue making content. I went to Milan like 4 or 5 more times. I went to a lot of fashion weeks. I just contacted brands, my following got up, and then yeah, it was just continuing like normal. It was real nice, and I did a lot of travel content, continue with transition reels and just other sort of content. I don't know, I was getting more my own style and like changing it up a little bit, like as creators normally do, like just continuing for, yeah. And that's also the time when we, after the whole removing the followers, we realized we want to be more official, and we like want brands to realize us more. But that's when I really started to like grow up a little bit and like realized I really want something more professional, not just a random Instagram account. So this was the time when I also created my website, and I started to like do a lot of things there. I started a blog there, which was not the best blog ever, but I did some things there. I was doing some posting all the photos from brand collabs. I was like, yeah, I don't know, posting a little bit of everything and like doing my portfolio so I can send to different brands and stuff. So I got more official that way with the website. But then we also, this was October 2024 when we decided we're gonna move to Stockholm, which I now live in. By the way, before I was living in like some little city in Sweden. Maybe I'll do a story time about that later and how the moving process and everything. Just write if you want that, I guess. But so we decided we were gonna move, and that would obviously change up my whole content. But as the months went by, we just continued making what we would normally do. But it was a little bit less reels, and we were focusing a lot of like other things, and I was focusing a lot on school that time, and I was focusing a lot of how we're gonna move, and like I was searching apartments with my mom and stuff. So the content got a little bit, maybe posting every 4th day or something, and a lot less reels. And it was more like I got a little bit less collabs as well, because I was focusing a lot on that. But I had like this huge collab with Kids Brand Store, which is a quite very big brand in Sweden, which it's a retail store that like sells a lot of other brands, like big brands like Guess or Gaunt or things like that. And I had a really like big collab with them for like 2 years or something, which I like always received clothes and stuff, and like always making photo shoots from them. So it was mostly only that collab I had since like the whole 2025 and like a little bit back. But then then the whole moving process and everything, and then we were moving 15th of March, and literally the day before we moved, 14th of March, I lost my whole Instagram account. Yeah, I literally lost the whole account. It got deleted. I was like, what is happening? Why is it getting deleted? And it says I broke some rules or something, but I don't know. It says like something you're too young, but the thing is, it's okay to be 14 years old and have Instagram, which was very weird. So we didn't really understand what happened. We like contacted them, and I was verified as well. So I got some like actual people to talk to because I was verified. But yeah, they just said they need to close my account. So yeah, the whole account got deleted and closed, and yeah, I lost everything in one day, like just like this. So I didn't know what to do after that. I moved to Stockholm, and I was really like, oh my god, now we're gonna move to Stockholm, getting collabs to like restaurants and more collabs in person with brands. So we really planned out everything, and to do more content like in the city. It's much easier to do content in like Stockholm than a random little city in the middle of nowhere, you know, a small city. What can you do there? So we're always visiting Stockholm and stuff to do content, but now we're actually living there. So we just thought it's gonna be so much easier. But yeah, it all disappeared, and I was like, what? But then I was like, a few days later, I'm like, okay, let's just start over. Let's make a new Instagram account. But I couldn't make a new Instagram account, so I was like, what is happening? Literally, my whole Instagram was just banned. But after like 2 months, I think, I made a new Instagram account, which, yeah, it hasn't really started to grow, and I haven't really focused on that a lot right now, because we're moving around, and we moved to another apartment in Stockholm. It's just so much crazy, and the whole new school, and like I need to focus on school because it's like now it's the end year, the 9th grade, and like I really have to focus on everything else. So I haven't really started up my Instagram yet right now, but I also got this idea to start my YouTube like, I don't know, a month ago or something. So it's like, I really want to do YouTube, so why not just start? I thought about it for like 2 years, but I haven't started, and I was like, what? I was also like scared that people would say, oh, maybe your YouTube is gonna be bad, or like you're doing bad content, it's cringe, whatever. But I realized, who cares? Like seriously, I was a bit like, people were hating on me in school, where I lived before. They were like, oh my god, why you're doing this? You're so cringe, you're so pick me, whatever. And I was like, maybe. So my confidence really it was quite bad. Like the end of my whole Instagram career there, like the end of 2024, my confidence was just really bad. People were like, just, I don't know, hating on me, like people I knew from my school and stuff. So I don't know, I was always scared to do something. I stopped making reels also because of that. I was making less content because of that, and I don't know, I was just afraid, I guess. But yeah, and I was also afraid to make a YouTube, obviously. So, but now when I moved to Stockholm, I met a lot of new people, really great people that are very supportive, and I'm really happy about like, and they don't make me feel bad if I do something with my life. But I don't understand actually people hating when you're actually doing something, because they didn't have any interests at all. They were literally sitting at home doing nothing all day while I was traveling to do runway shows in Milan, and they were like hating on me and thinking I was like stupid or something. I was like, what? Yeah, very stupid and very dumb, and I don't understand why, but yeah, society, I guess. But now I am surrounded with really great people that doesn't hate on me. So I just like, why not just make this YouTube account I wanted to make for so long? Because as you maybe noticed, I love talking, and I'm very comfortable behind a camera. Why is the people honking? Okay, I'm just really comfortable in front of a camera and just have really quite easy time talking and stuff. So why not just create the account and see where it leads to. Right now, I don't really have a specific idea of what to do. I'm just like vlogging around, making some videos, but I think it's gonna develop in the future, and I'll see what I do. And obviously you guys can always give me ideas and just write anywhere on my DMs on Instagram. I'll always watch my DMs, or like in the comments on my posts, or like in the comments here on YouTube or wherever. So so if you just anything you're interested in, just write and I'll maybe do a video about it, and like just completely new YouTube page here, so I'm open to do anything mostly. So just write what you want to see and stuff like that. And if you want more story times or podcasts or whatever you want, or more vlogs or something else you wanted me to do, if you saw the vlog with my brother, if you're interested more with him as well, he's right here, by the way.
Hello.
Yeah, so just write anything. But yeah, that was kind of my whole modeling, Instagram, influencer, I don't know, career the last 4 years that got disappeared with a snap. So yeah, I think that's kind of it for this video. What do you think? Did I miss something? No, okay, you're drinking blueberry juice. Great.
Oh. Hey.
But anyway, that was kind of it for this video, and yeah, hope you have a great day. Thank you for bearing with me, I guess. What are you looking at me for? Thank you for bearing with me, and
What am I doing?
I don't know, you just...
Nothing.
You okay? Don't fall.
Ouch.
Okay,
Well, that's
thank you.
very helpful. I
Okay.
just fell on your mic. Don't fall.
Okay, just thank you for bearing with me, and hit the subscribe button. Hopefully you like this video, and I don't know, just comment if you have any ideas for what I can do on my YouTube channel, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.
Like and subscribe.
Yep. Okay, bye.